G'day Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on pickleballauss.org, Pickleball Australia partners with Sports for All. Pickleball Australia Association, PAA, is delighted to announce a partnership with Sport for All, whose purpose is to drive a positive change in grassroots sport, ensuring that everyone can enjoy the benefits of sport when, where, and how they choose. Sport for All is dedicated to promoting diversity and creating opportunities for people with disability in all aspects of sport. Their national award-winning program aims to drive positive change in grassroots sport, ensuring everyone can enjoy the benefits of sport when, where, and how they choose. During this partnership, PAA and Sport for All will collaborate to ensure that pickleball clubs across Australia are empowered with the knowledge and resources to embrace diversity and create opportunities for people with disabilities. PAA Executive Officer Brendan Lee expressed his delight at the partnership with Sport for All. To partner with Sport for All is a win for our pickleball communities and people with disabilities across the nation. Our sport, already inclusive in its nature, will benefit greatly from the expertise and resources provided by Sport for All, ensuring our clubs across the nation understand what they're doing well when it comes to inclusivity and where they can improve. As a result, this will help grow the number of people with disabilities playing and enjoying pickleball across Australia. PAA's recently formed Inclusion Committee, led by leading Australian para pickleball player Matt Hanson, will work closely with the Sport for All team to continue to educate members and, as a result, grow the para pickleball space across Australia, which will focus on those opportunities in both the recreational and competitive space. Blake Cochran, Sport for All State Manager, shared working with Pickleball Australia represents a fantastic opportunity. The sport is relatively new and growing rapidly across Australia. It's inspiring to see pickleball prioritising inclusion from the start, creating a perfect foundation for all its members. Plus, it's a great sport that accommodates all generations, genders, and abilities. Thanks ever so much for making it this far into the update. Please be sure to hit subscribe and like, comment, and rate on the platform you're watching or listening to it on, so this and future episodes can be found by and shared with other fellow pickleballers. Second thing to know, as shared on pickleball52.com, Ben Corsten confirms arrival at European Pickleball's top table. World Rackets champion Ben Corsten rubber-stamped his arrival on Europe's elite pickleball scene this week, and he's loving the slightly more laid-back environment of his newly adopted sport. Ben, 24, is the reigning world number one and world champion in rackets, a sport played on a larger version of a squash court, mainly in English public schools and exclusive country clubs in the USA and Canada. He first got into the sport through his father, who coached rackets at Winchester College in Hampshire, England. Despite being a state schoolboy himself, he was once banned from the National Public Schools doubles competition for being a pupil at Westgate Comprehensive. Ben worked his way up the junior rankings to the very top of the senior game. Turbo boosted by a 6-month spell as a coach at Queen's Club, where he played every day. As a child, Ben was also a nationally ranked squash player and highly accomplished at table tennis. His bewilderingly quick hand speed, honed on the rackets court where the ball travels at up to 150 miles per hour, has proved to be a formidable asset at the kitchen line of a pickleball court. Ben's flirtation with pickleball began at last October's English Nationals in Bolton, where he reached the quarterfinals in singles and men's doubles. Since then, he has played at the Mediterranean Open, Rotterdam Open, APP Miami Open, and in Madrid. This week, however, he has made 2 major breakthroughs which have announced his arrival as a major player on the pro scene. Ben achieved his first pro gold medal at last weekend's Paris Open alongside Lewis Laville in the men's doubles. He was also named as vice-captain to Molly Kubrick-Finney for Season 2 of the Franklin Premier Pickleball League, having played only a stand-in role last season. Playing in the major rackets tournaments, British and US Opens and the World Championships remains his bread and butter for now, in addition to a spot of coaching. But Ben admits he would love to make pickleball my main priority at some point. He currently plays 2 or 3 times a week and has quickly been embraced into the community, becoming firm friends with Britain's leading players Lewis Laville, Freddie Powell and James Chowdhury. I have really good mates in rackets, but it's nice to have a different group of friends and operate in a slightly more laid-back setting, Ben tells Pickleball 52. I'm just surrounded by people I feel very close and similar to. Guys like Freddie are there to have a great time, and that's exactly what I'm there for as well. I'm not playing as much rackets as I used to, but I'm going to try to keep playing both sports. In pickleball, I want to catch up with the other top players in Europe and some of the Americans too. Third thing to know, as shared on ppatour.com, United Pickleball Association taps former Dallas Mavericks executive George Killebrew as Chief Revenue Officer. Former Dallas Mavericks Executive Vice President, Chief Revenue Officer and Major League Rugby Commissioner George Killebrew has been named Chief Revenue Officer, or CRO, of the United Pickleball Association, UPA, the holding company of the PPA Tour and Major League Pickleball, MLP. As CRO, Killebrew will oversee the sponsorship sales team, on-site revenue team, ticket sales and amateur registrations, and the sponsorship activation team. He has been consulting with the PPA Tour since October 2023, but formalises his role with UPA moving forward. I have been consulting with the PPA Tour and its leadership since October, and I am blown away by the potential in this fast-growing sport, said Killebrew. Already, we are experiencing double-digit growth in our revenue areas, and we are just at the very beginning. This is an incredible American and global sports story unfolding right in front of our eyes, and I'm delighted to accept the role of CRO to work with founder and CEO Connor Pardo and his leadership team. I, too, am addicted to the sport along with the 40 million people that are also now playing the game. George brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in spearheading business opportunities in both established and emerging sports, said PPA Tour founder and CEO Connor Pardo. His work to this point has been instrumental in guiding a path forward, and his continued involvement in a permanent position will be exceedingly valuable in helping grow the UPA and pickleball as a whole. Paddles up.